What's going on, everybody? Platinum Games in the house, and I wanted to take a look at Nintendo Switch 2. That's right, Nintendo of America finally dropped it. That's insane. It feels like we've been waiting for so long, and I was really hoping for this because the Switch was, in my opinion, a great console. So I'm really happy that we have the first look trailer here for the Nintendo Switch 2 from Nintendo of America. So let's go ahead and take a look at it together. And there might be a point where I have to mute the music, just a heads up, because I don't know if it's copyrighted. Yes, it is time, Mac fan. What's up? Let's get right into it. I was waiting for you. All right, we got our Nintendo logo. We got ourselves a Switch 1. The leaks were all real. That's really good then. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. Oh, that was a headphone jack, right? Interesting. Okay, the controllers are definitely bigger, which is a good thing. Clearly, we can see that the controllers have gone up in size, which is kind of good, because I have big hands, and I remember those controllers being kind of tiny, especially when you're playing them, like, when I'm playing Smash Bros. And I'm playing Mario Party and that type of stuff. You know when you use the one controller and you turn it to the side? Those ones are really small, so it's definitely nice. The same product as the first one? No, maybe visually, but not in terms of specs. Definitely not in terms of specs. But then again, I haven't seen it all the way visually yet. Okay, it does look very similar to the original Switch. Definitely. Okay, so this one doesn't seem to have the... You know how... No, it's not. Yeah, I figured not. We'll kind of look into rumors for specs too. But, so the old Switch had, it kind of had like a snap lock to put it in place. Looks like this doesn't have a snap lock. And I remember, I think people were having problems with a snap lock when the Switch first came out. If I'm not mistaken, I think people were putting it in upside down or something like that, and it was getting caught. At least when it comes to, actually, what's that thing called? You know the black thing that it came with the Switch controller? Let's see. Switch controller black attachment. What's this thing called? This thing right here. Yeah, it's a magnetic design. That's what I'm thinking. So it's called the strap. That's what it's called. Black strap. It's the attachment. This thing right here. So, god damn it, why can't I don't want to put in anything. I just want to see what it looks like. No, Amazon. Okay, whatever. We can see it, right? So this thing, I think when the Switch first came out, people were putting it on upside down, if I remember correctly, and it was getting jammed, and it was getting really messed up. So this is actually a good thing. W for Nintendo for that, because then it's kind of hard to even do that, right? So if it's a magnetic design. They have the Switch 2 straps. I thought I saw the straps, but they won't be in the same fashion in that case, right? I don't think you should be able to lock them on in that case. They should be magnetic, or at least I think. The Nintendo Switch 2. Perfect. Let me see if I can find the straps after this. I thought I saw them in the trailer before. Oh, that's Mario Kart? That's just Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That doesn't seem like a new Mario Kart. So they're not announcing a game or anything with it as of right now. Interesting. Okay, release date in 2025. Perfect. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. This is exactly what I was hoping for. I really also wanted to play Switch games. Because then I can at least... I'm starting to get too much clutter in my room with all these different consoles and whatnot, so it's really nice. New Mario Kart confirmed. Yes, they are. It's new. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Mario Kart Switch 2. Oh, so this was a new Mario Kart. Interesting. This was a new Mario Kart. This is good. This is good. Oh, this is Donkey Kong? He looks hella friendly. He looks like overly friendly. Doesn't look threatening at all. That's interesting. Oh, I was gonna look at the straps. They didn't say, but it clearly is. Oh, okay, okay. So they didn't 100% confirm it, but the people are saying that that's what that is. Okay, interesting. And then I wanted to look at the Switch 2 straps. Switch 2 strap attachments. STRAP attachments. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Okay, let me see if I can find it in the trailer because I thought I saw him. This is the Switch itself. Okay, that's a charging port, I think. Power, volume. Which port is this? Is this the HDMI? No, HDMI is usually on the dock, right? So it shouldn't be here. Which port is this? But there is an earphone jack. Nice. I'm pretty sure the original Switch already had that, so I don't know why I'm tripping about that. When they're sliding on the ground, they're shown. Oh, I see. Okay, let's find out. I want to get into like a deep dive on this stuff. They're sliding on the ground like right here, right? So let me just skip to that. Sliding on the ground. Ah, there we go. Okay. It's that little moment right there where we see the difference. What is happening here? That. These are the attachments right here. So these red and blue things are the attachments. No, there are two USB-Cs now. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that's really good. Two USB-Cs, and then we have what seems to be the attachments right here. Okay. So it doesn't look like they are similar to the other ones or the exact same, which is a good thing because again they should set it up in a way that makes it so people are look closely. They are attached. They just attach. Go back. I see. Okay, so maybe they are attached. Oh, there's the button to get them off too. I saw the button. Hold up. That right there. That's probably how you get them on and off, right? Interesting. Okay. Okay. So they are attached. All right. So with the Switch 2, I'm hoping for a couple of things. One, I'm hoping for, greater visuals, which obviously it's a second console, so I think that's a realistic thing that they're probably going to do. Secondly, Switch controllers had a lot of drift and problems. Hopefully they can figure that out before the console releases in 2025. So it looks like we got a soon release date. And then thirdly, just keep putting out great games. If it releases in April, hopefully that means we get a good lineup of games. The next Mario Kart is apparently already rumored. So this will be great. This will definitely be interesting. If it comes out with Mario Kart, I'll probably buy it with Mario Kart. So let's see how that goes, assuming I can save up for it. It's obviously going to have more power. Don't gotta worry. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. I'm just putting out what I want. It's like my wish list, So I agree with you 100%. And then I found this article was talking about Nintendo Switch 2 full specs leaked, CPU, GPU, memory, clock speeds, and more. I don't know if this is correct or not, but it's a leak, so might as well. They will likely have the Hall effect sticks, which have no stick drift. Ah, interesting. Let me look into that. Hall effect joysticks. What is a Hall effect controller, and what do I really need one? Interesting. Why should I care about stick drift? Oh, I care about stick drift. I have a Switch. With no drift, not no sticks. Okay. How do they differ from analog? Hall effect joysticks are a type of joystick that uses magnets and electrical conducts to measure their position, distance, and movement, which, when in use, unlike analog sticks, which use electrical resistance to detect movement, Hall effect joysticks do not have physical contact between the moving parts. This means they do not wear out easily. Great. If this is what they use, this is amazing. And do not develop stick drift. Thank you. Which is a common pain point for gamers. Stick drift is when the stick starts to behave in... Okay, we know that itself. All right. So this would, I think, be a step up if they do have that. Obviously, I don't know if there's any downsides of this controller, but it would be interesting to see no stick drift. And then going back here, I found an article that was talking about the Switch 2 full specs leaked. This is just a leak, of course, anything could happen, but CPU, GPU, memory, clock speeds, and more. This is just going to be a quick one because I already kind of looked into this. So the specs, we got ourselves 8 cores. Interesting. The GPU is an NVIDIA, huh? Okay, I think the Switch 1 also had an NVIDIA, but obviously it's a different GPU itself, a different model of GPU. 1 graphics processing cluster, 12 streaming multiprocessors. Interesting. 6 texture processing clusters, 48 Gen 3 tensor cores. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not too big of a tech guy, but I included this in here for those that understand this more than I do. But handheld mode, interesting. Handheld mode usually is going to be not as great looking as the docked mode. That's just to be expected, right? But it is obviously going to look greater than the Switch, I think. So that's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to playing some games and some nice visuals. And I know we were saying, MacFam, I know you were saying that it was leaked that it might be as strong as the PS4 Pro. And if that's the case, I'm all for it, man. PS4 Pro has... Look at the graphics on the PS4 Pro. Hold up. If that is the case, PS4 Pro graphics... Yes, they're using NVIDIA because they also have to use the DLSS, all upscaling technology. Excellent. As long as it looks nicer. Right? So, PS4 Pro looks like this. Right? So imagine like a Nintendo game looking like this. This looks pretty nice to me. This looks really nice to me. Right? And obviously PS4 Pro can play games that are on the PS4. So PS4 best games. I'm just going to look them up. So that means it's graphically strong enough to play, assuming rumors are correct, it will be graphically strong enough to play Yakuza 0, Tetris Effect, Tetris Effect, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Overwatch 2, Ratchet and Clank, that's the remake, Ghost of Tsushima, it's strong enough to play that, Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think is a rumored game to release for the console, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Control, Marvel Spider-Man, it's strong enough to play that. Obviously, probably not going to get that because it's PlayStation exclusive, but I'm just giving these as examples of games that are strong enough to allegedly run on the Switch 2, right? Grand Theft Auto 5, which I don't know if we're actually going to get that on this because we're getting 6 come out, which they won't do that because they are Nintendo, but third-party games will look like that. Yes. My point in this is just I'm trying to show like what it's strong enough to run so we kind of have an idea, right? Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, interesting. God of War, so it's strong enough to run God of War. So definitely it's taken a step up in terms of graphics because if you remember some of these games, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were amazingly, put together. But some of these games, like the Pokemon game, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, glitches... It was doing this shit. Now, I don't know if it was because of the way it was developed. I have a lot of problems with this game in the beginning of the release. Look at some of these glitches. But, yeah, I really, really hope that a Pokemon game could look as good as God of War. You know what I mean? That would be amazing. Yeah, they had a lot of frame rate issues as well. You're right. They did. But it wasn't as bad as this. It was nowhere near as bad as this, right? So I definitely would like to see a Pokemon game that just looks great, and this is the funniest glitch I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I'm very, very excited, and it looks like I have one more article. Nintendo Switch 2 release date, pre-orders, and price, everything you need to know. And this, not too far away ago, bro's doing a Ginyu Force pose. He did like 16. There were so many different poses there. Hold up. I know which one you're talking about too. Where'd it go? Oh, I probably lost it, but yeah, I saw the pose. That's the pose that got Frieza embarrassed. You know damn well which one that was. But Nintendo Switch 2 release date, pre-orders and price, everything you need to know. Now, I don't know if this is 100% confirmed or it's alleged, but we do know for a fact that it's going to hit the market in 2025. Now, how long in 2025? I don't know. Are they going to hit is it going to be holiday season? Is it going to be closer? I guess we can find out after reading this article. When is the Switch 2 release date? Market calendars, okay, 2025, I already know that. Specific release date has not been disclosed, but all signs point to an early launch this year. Amazing. With additional details to be revealed during the Nintendo Direct Switch 2 event on April 2nd, 2025. All right, so let's mark our calendars for April 2nd. It's leaks. Yeah, this is leaks, 100%. But stay tuned for updates and keep an eye out on Nintendo's official channels for latest announcements. Okay. What will the Switch 2 cost? It's going to fall between the $399 to the $499 range, which is an affordable console. Thank God. At least it's not like freaking $700 like the PS4 Pro. No official price or release date. It's just clickbait. Yep. These are all leaks, by the way, if I haven't confirmed that. These are 100% all leaks. Where and when can you order the Nintendo Switch 2? Pre-orders are expected to open shortly after the Nintendo Direct event in April 2025. Nintendo's official website, along with major retailers such as Amazon, Best Buy, and GameStop. Let's see. I don't have good experiences at GameStop, but it is the closest thing to me. So if I'm picking it up, it probably will be GameStop. $499 is not happening. That's the PS5 price. Yeah, if that's the PS5 price, then probably not, right? Because usually what happens is, let's see here. Switch day one release price. This was $300, right? And it was competing with the PS4, I think, right? PS4 price release day. The PS4 was also $399. $299. Okay, so this was $299. Yeah, it's usually a little bit cheaper, I think. So, in my opinion on the price. So, I think, yeah, it's possible. It's completely possible. So, this is $100 cheaper than this, right? So, I could definitely see it being cheaper. So, I could definitely see realistically it being around the $399 point because it's $100 cheaper or more expensive than the original Switch, and it's still cheaper than the PS5, right? So I think that could happen completely. And where can you experience the Switch 2 hands-on? Here's the schedule. North America, New York, April 4th to 6th. I think it's going to be $399. Most likely. It could be somewhere in between, but I think it's probably going to be on the lower end. I can't prove that with anything, but just based on what we looked up, I think that's probably the case. In Dallas and Toronto, we got Paris, London, Berlin, Madrid, Tokyo, Seoul, Melbourne. Interesting. All right, so these are pretty much the rumors that we have. Is there anything else that you wanted to look at or you wanted me to look at before I call it a day? I want to make sure I get all the rumors down. Also, the Joy-Con sliding. Yes, okay. Is that in the trailer here? That should be like right here, if I'm not mistaken. There's a leak for a sensor on the side of the Joy-Con. Okay, let me see. On the side of the Joy-Con. All right, let me go back a little bit. So this is that's on the normal Switch controllers as well. It will act as a mouse, and they're testing it. Interesting. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about this. Actually, there were leaks saying that they were going to use it as a mouse, which I thought would be really, really interesting for shooting games. Things like Call of Duty, that type of stuff, or Fortnite, if they could use it as like a shooting controller, or a mouse. That would be amazing because a lot of first-person shooters and whatnot, they prefer to use a mouse over an actual controller. So that could be interesting. Let's see if we can find that. I'm going to keep pausing because I'm trying to see where I could... Like right here? Let's see. Okay, I don't see anything that acts as a mouse. Okay, it's nice that it's color-coded on the inside so you know which one to put where. Interesting. Okay, so this is the entire Switch 2. I'm definitely interested. It looks like it's bigger than the original Switch. So, because the controllers are originally bigger than the original Switch controllers, and they connect to this screen, obviously, which has to be bigger in order for it to fit perfectly. They're right next to the magnet, huh? All right, let me see. Let me go a little bit back. Let's see what we can find. Is it like right here? It's a mouse sensor. Oh, okay. Perfect. Interesting. The Switch 2 is going to have lots of different uses. I'm definitely going to be excited to pick this up. This is going to be big. It's there. Right here, everybody. Right here. I'm going to make the circle as wide as possible. It's right about that magnet. So the magnet's right here. So you're talking about this right here? And I think there has to be a reason they show them sliding like that, right? So that means you use them as a mouse that way. That could be interesting. That could be the reason why they show them sliding 100%. Interesting. Above. Interesting. Okay. All right. Perfect. So we got to take a look at the entire Switch 2. Damn, my text. It's all good, man. It's all good. But we got to look at the entire Switch 2 today. So I'm definitely excited to see what Nintendo has planned. So let's see what goes on for the future of the Switch 2. And I think I'm going to try my best to pick it up as soon as I can. So definitely interested to pick it up because graphically better console, play Switch 1 games. That's always a plus for me because then I don't have to lose my old console, that type of stuff. So, I mean, obviously I could just hold on to my old console, but it does clutter. So I'm definitely excited. But thank you to everyone that showed up today, MacFam. Special shout out to you because I know you were really, really excited about this console as well. So this is